How to start dropshipping with Shopify. So in this video, I want to guide you step by step on how to exactly start dropshipping with Shopify. So before we can begin, I want to share with you what is dropshipping if you don't know already. So dropshipping is a business model where you sell products online without holding inventory yourself, right? And so when a customer places an order, your supplier, right? So think about like Alibaba or AliExpress, right? Will ship the product directly to your customer. So you don't have to worry about any logistics or shipping, right? All you need to focus on is marketing and growing your store. And so that's why dropshipping is really popular right now with Shopify, right? And so if you want to get started, right, one of the first things you're going to need to do is have a Shopify account. Now, if you don't have one, no worries. You can actually click the link in the description below to get started for free, where you'll be able to use Shopify for 3 days for free, and then continue using Shopify for the next 3 months for $1 for each of those 3 months, right? Once you use the link in the description below. So once you create an account using the link in the description below, you'll need to find products to sell on your Shopify store. So how do you find products to sell? Well, you're going to want to use these free tools I'm going to mention right now. So one of them is TikTok. So TikTok is a great place just to see what's trending right now and what other people are selling too, right? And just to get you inspiration of what you might be interested in selling when it comes to dropshipping products, right? But you'll also need to be careful when it comes to finding products to sell, right? You don't want to sell products that have like the virality problem, right? So where they'll be viral for like, let's say 30 days and then they die down, and then so you're stuck in this loop where you need to find another product for the next, a next viral product, right? And then when that one dies down, you're back at square one. You need to locate another product, right? So you don't want to be in that situation. So in these cases, you want to find boring products, right? So think about shower heads, air filters, right? These are all boring products, but that people actually need to buy every few months, right? Air filters, if you're a homeowner, right, you know that you need to buy an air filter for your HVAC system every 3 months, I guess, or 6 months, depending on the air filter, right? So again, it's a great place just to get started and see what other people are looking at. The next thing is using a tool called Google Trends. So Google Trends allows you to quickly see what people are actually searching for right now. So let's say you want to sell something in the sleep industry, right? In sleep space. So you could write sleep, and you can see, oh, okay, people are actually searching for sleep deprivation. So you might want to locate a product that can help people who are suffering from sleep deprivation, right? And so when you search for that, you want to change the location to United States because it is a bigger market. Change the calendar timeline from 2004 to present. And so this will allow you to see that it's been going up slowly, the search from sleep deprivation, right? So now you gotta find products that can help customers with this issue, right? So this could be sleep masks, supplements, special pillows, right? White noise machines, right, etc. And you could like probably Google products that people that will help with sleep deprivation, right? Another great way to find products to sell, right, is using online marketplaces. So think about Amazon, think about Alibaba, think about AliExpress, think about Etsy as well, right? So you could go on Etsy, right? And you could go ahead and go to categories, right? Again, if you're, let's say we want to sell something for the home, you can select home, and then from here you can see different sections of the home, right? You can find more, and maybe you want to focus on, let's say, the lighting of the home. You select lighting, and then from here you can do the filters and search for the best sellers, right? So this will give you an idea of what people are actually buying on Etsy, right, when it comes to lighting, right? And so this will give you an idea of what you might be interested in selling as well, right? You don't have to have this product, right? Something like Alibaba, right, or AliExpress will be able to ship these products to your customers, right? So again, this is just an early research tool to get your head rolling on products that you might be interested in selling. All right, so the next thing you're going to want to do once you find products to sell, right, using TikTok, Google Trends, online marketplaces, right, we're going to need to add products, right? And so for this, what we're gonna do, right, is install a tool, a free app from the Shopify App Store called DSERs. I'll have the link for this in the description below, so you guys can just click it and download it, right? So once you download it, right? So what is DSR first off? So DSR is, it's a dropshipping solution, right? That connects with AliExpress, Alibaba, right? To help you sell items without actually having to, again, have the item in your physical location, right? And so it's very easy to install, takes less than 5 minutes to install to your store automatically, right? So once you've installed it, right, you're gonna wanna go ahead and open it up. All right, so usually it does take a little bit time to load up, right? The online marketplace here that you'll be able to find, a lot of things that you could add to your Shopify store, right? All right, so we're gonna go, once you're here, you're gonna wanna go on the left here and select find products. So here you'll be able to find a ton of products that you could go ahead and start selling, right, on your Shopify store. What we're gonna do is go to all categories. We're gonna go, let's say, to home improvement, right? It will be, let's say we want to sell bathroom fixtures, right? Let's say we did our searching on TikTok, on Google Trends, and on Etsy and Amazon, right? And we know that these products are going to sell well. So let's go ahead and click bathroom fixtures. And so once you select this category, it's going to show a lot of other items that you'll be able to add to your import list, which I'll guide you on how to do that right now. All right, so now we have it, right? So let's say we want to sell this item right here, right? I remember being in Airbnb and seeing this, and this was a neat idea, right? And so I would check this box right here. Why is it not working? That's not working, the checkbox. Okay, so let's find another product like this one. Actually, this one looks pretty cool. So we'll add to import list. You don't need to install the Google Chrome extension. You could just select add import list again. Oh, right, so now it's added, right? And we could go back to our dashboard. So once we're in our dashboard, we could go to our import list and we should see the product there. There it is. So now we have it. So the next thing we're going to want to do is select this checkbox again, and you'll see the option to push to store now. Select push to store. Right, we're going to just select the right store. You can always confirm if it's the right store, right, by going to your Shopify store, settings, and look at the domain right there, and it matches, right? So we know we are in a great spot. We know that's the right store. We're only going to push the product overview, right? You can control what you want to push. I do want all the images as well, right? And yeah, we're good. And now push to store. And so now you'll see a loading bar pop up. So that's telling us that it's being pushed right now to our Shopify store. All right, so now it's added to our Shopify store. So, and it says successfully. So to confirm, you could go back to your Shopify store, go to products, and there it is. Here's the product that we just added from using DSARS, right? Really easy. So again, I'll have the link for this in the description below, so you guys go check it out, right? All right, so now you're just gonna update the title and the description, right? So first off, we're gonna remove this because it's just repeating the images, and we don't want duplicate images, right? It's not gonna look really nice in our theme. Next, we're gonna just do for the kitchen. We're gonna just focus on kitchen. And we're gonna just use this small title to help create a description using the AI tool. Right, there you go. So now all you need to do now is just confirm that everything's set up correctly, right? So you can scroll down, change the prices, right? So we're gonna do this a little bit more expensive because we do need to make a profit, right? Or else we're just not making a profit when we're selling this, all right? And then from here, you could just confirm if you're happy with the search engine, right? And how it looks, everything. I'm gonna just keep this a lot more smaller. I don't need it to be that long. And save. And so there you go. You just added your very first product using DSERS, right, to your Shopify store without actually having to own the product itself, right? And one of my favorite things about this is it has the product images, title, right? You could do the AI description really easily, right? All right. So once you've added a product now to your Shopify store, the next thing is to customize your online store so you could have a good looking store. So what we're going to do here is you're going to select online store on the left here. Once you select it, it's going to take you to the theme. I call it the theme page, right? For you, if you're just starting out, right, it might show Horizon here, right? I was playing around with this, and so, you know, it's a different theme, right? So you'll see draft themes if you already downloaded a theme. And so what that means is you'll be able to make any changes you want to those themes without affecting the main theme itself. So this thing right here, right? And also now Shopify has a new update where you'll be able to use AI to help create a theme right here, right? You can use this if you want. I personally like to use the Shopify theme store, right? So you can just click visit theme store. From here, you'll be able to filter out by paid or free, right? If you're just starting out, the free themes are more than just enough to get you started, right? And so here you can locate a ton of free themes that you might be interested in using to help sell your product, right? So since I'm in the home business, right, a theme that I might be interested in doing is something like this one, right? And so before you even install the theme into your Shopify store, right, you could go ahead and view demo. So this will allow you to quickly see the look and feel of how the Shopify theme will look and work, right, for you, right? And so I'm happy with this theme, so we're gonna go ahead and select try theme. So now Shopify, it's adding our theme, right, to our Shopify dashboard. And there we go. So now it's added. So we can see the dwell theme is added. So now we're going to go ahead and edit the theme. And you can do this by going on edit theme. So when you click edit theme, you'll be welcomed now to the theme editor. It might look a little bit scary the first time. Trust me, I was a little bit worried the first time, but it's actually very easy to navigate, right? So you can select, so when you're hovering over with your mouse, right, you'll be able to see different areas that you can select to make changes, right? So let's say the announcement bar, right? You can go ahead and make changes, like maybe removing it. Maybe you don't want an announcement bar, right? And so we'll remove the section there, right? You could customize the header, right? You can go ahead and see how you like it, right? Do you like the menu position to be on the left, maybe, right? Or on the right, right? So we'll keep it on the left for now, right? The logo, maybe it's on the left as well, right? And so you could just keep making changes to the look and feel of how you want the theme to work for you, right? So the next thing is, of course, you could change the hero image, right? You could add a image here. You can either add your own image or use the free images that they provide you with here. So we're gonna just do something in the home. You know, I'm selling a faucet, right? So let's see if we can find something in the sink. Yeah, there we go. Right. So in this case, I would add one of the product pictures from the SERS, right? I'll add one of those, right? Here, right? But for example, let's say, you know, let's pretend that this is, let's pretend it's this one here, right? Select. You know, let's pretend that this is the faucet, right, that we're selling. You could go ahead and just click the text and it will allow you to customize the text right here, right? No, check oops, sync, right? You could go ahead and make small changes to the buttons, right? Guide the user where you want to guide them to, right? So in this case, I don't want to take them to the products page, but instead to the product itself, right? And so here you could have the product image, right? Testimonials as well, right? You know, if you don't want certain sections, right, you could go ahead and just remove them. There you go. And we're gonna remove this. You know, we don't have collections here. So again, you can just make all of these changes yourself, and it's very easy, right? So we're gonna keep that there, right? So here I would add like maybe, you know, a bigger product image of this single product, right? And so we could go ahead and now go to like the product page, right? And just see how it looks. So I can see here, you know, if you're happy with this, right, then you can leave this as is. Right? If you're not happy, you can always make the changes here as well, right? And so you can see there's a ton of, you know, there we go. And so you could just see how the look and feel of it is going to be. And there we go, right? And again, you want to just go ahead and customize this so that just, you know, it matches with what you're looking for. Right, we can hide certain things, and there we go, right? So it's very easy. You just have to play around with it to find what you really like, and when it comes to your theme, right, and how you want it to look. And once you're happy with it, you're gonna go ahead and click save. So once you made changes to your theme editor, right, into your theme, you're gonna want to go ahead and add pages. We can add pages by going on the left here under online store pages. So pages is really important, right, because you can add, you know, your about us page, your contact us page, right? So again, to add a page, just click add page here, and then you'll be able to add a title for it, add a description, make sure it's visible if you want it to be in the main menu as well. If you want to add this page in the main menu, you will need to have it visible as well, right? And then to add a page to your main menu, right, it's very easy. You go to content, go to menus, go to main menu, and you could go ahead and just add main menu item here. If it lets me click, right, you could write like again, about us to search the page for the about us and save. And there you go, right? And so that's how you add a page to your main menu, right? Or you can add it under a subsection, right? So you could just, if we can grab this, there we go. Ooh. There we go. Right, we can have it under contact us, right? You could do sub headers, I guess you could call them, on the main menu as well. All right, so once we customized our online store, we added pages, right? The next thing is gonna be to set up our payments, right, for your Shopify store, or else how would you be able to accept payments, right? So to do this, it's very simple. You're gonna go to settings on the bottom left, and then you're gonna select payments right here. And so right here, you'll see the option to complete your Shopify payments if it's supported in your region. If it's not supported in your region, you will need to use another third-party gateway to accept payments, right? Or add your own Stripe account as well if it's supported in your region, right? And so again, if you want to know what payment processors are supported in your region, right, I have a helpful resource they can use that Shopify provides you with to help you locate other payment gateways that you can use, right? So if you just type in your country, and these are all the payment gateways I can use in Canada, right? And so again, if you want to use Stripe card payments, right, the only thing is that you won't be you can't use Stripe first if Shopify payments is available. You can only use Shopify payments if for some reason you get suspended or something from Shopify payments. You can use your own Stripe account instead, right? You can also add additional payment methods, right? So like PayPal, right? Just to give your customers that extra option on different ways that they can purchase your item. Once you've set this up, the next thing you're gonna want to do is set up your shipping and delivery, right? So when it comes to shipping and delivery, right, you want to make sure that you have the right rates set up. And to do that, you're gonna want to select channel profile, and then from here you're gonna see that my rates are already set up right for Canada. So that means Canadian customers will be able to successfully check out from my store and be charged the correct amount for shipping, right? So let's say a US customer, right, locates my store and they try to check out, they will not be able to even add the product to cart. It will show out of stock because I don't have this set up properly, right? If I had this set up properly, they will be able to check out without any issue, right? And so that's something that you might want to take into account, because when I used to work at Shopify support, this was a common issue where merchants will where they received emails from customers trying to check out, but then it will show on their end it was out of stock, but then the merchant will say, no, like I have it in stock, right? And it's only because Shopify needs to know how much it's going to charge for shipping, and so it will not allow the customer to add it to cart. So once you set up your shipping and delivery right properly, the next thing you're gonna want to do is set up your domains, right? So you'll have a few options, right? So if you have an existing domain, you could just go ahead and select connect existing domain and add it right here, and then just copy the DNS records to your domain provider, right? Or you could go ahead and buy a new domain from within Shopify as well, right? And one of the benefits if you buy one from Shopify, right, is that once you buy it, it does the connection automatically for you, so you don't have to worry about DNS records. Now I do have another, if you want to save a few extra bucks, right, is you can go ahead and use Hostinger, right? You can use Hostinger to help you find more affordable domains. So for example, I'll have the link for them in the description below so you guys go check it out. So for example, like if you're buying a .com domain for the first year, you can only pay like less than 1 cent, right, with Hostinger, and then after that it'll be like $20 a year for renewing it, right? For a store, Shopify is charging you for the first year $9. Hostinger, I believe it will be $1, right? They will charge you. So you'll get a better deal if you use Hostinger, right? If you don't want to spend money, mostly when you're starting out your Shopify journey, right? You want to try to conserve and save as much money as possible, right? So yeah, Hostinger might be a great option for you. Again, I'll have the link for that in the description below, so you guys go check that out. All right, so once you've added your domain, right, the next thing is you're gonna want to download a few apps, and here are a few apps that I recommend you start installing when you're getting started, right? So let's open up the Shopify App Store right here, and one of the first apps is Shopify Inbox. So Shopify Inbox will help with answering common questions that your customers might ask, right? So if they have a common question like do you offer 30-day returns, right? You can have a preset answer, so they can select that, and so once they select that option, like they have the question, if you have 30-day return policy, you can send them an automated response, right? And they can also contact you, right? So if they have extra questions, they can contact you, and then you can respond back as well to the customer. So this is a great free app that you might want to have first. Another app that you want to download is Messaging, right? It's a free application from Shopify as well that allows you to send marketing emails to your customers, right? So think about like new product releases, new updates, welcome emails, right? When they purchase for the very first time, right? You'll be able to send them marketing emails, which is really important, right, to generate those extra sales. The other app that you're going to want to have is called Flow. So Shopify Flow is a fantastic application that has a ton of templates already that you can just click and add, right, for automation. So let's say my customer, they added my sync product to the checkout, right, but for some reason they didn't complete the checkout. But if they provided their email already, I can send them an email 5 minutes after, right, that they leave them after they leave my site, and to remind them, hey, if you forgot to check out, like, and then if they don't continue to check out, right, send them another email, right, another automated email, be like, here's $2 off, right? Or let's say the customer does buy my sync, I can send them a thank you email, or even like an email 1 week later to say, what did you guys think about the product, right? Did you guys like it, not like it? Share your thoughts and results, because I'm always looking to improve the product, right? So you'll want to have Shopify Flow for all those automations. And yeah, it's just a great app. And then another fantastic app that you're going to want to download here is Shopify Spy, right? So if you're starting out your Shopify journey, right, when it comes to dropshipping, you're going to want to use this app to help you see what other stores are selling, right? And what's the best seller, right? So you can go into another Shopify store and just see if, what's their most popular product if you don't know what to sell yet, right? And you can just, get an idea of, oh, okay, so this product is really selling well. I want to sell this product as well, right? And another great feature about this is that you can see the theme that they're using. So if you like a certain design inside of that Shopify store, you can see what theme they're using, and then you'll be able to know and maybe take that theme and add it to your own store as well. So I'll have the link for this in the description below, so you guys go check it out. So that's pretty much it when it comes to starting out your Shopify store, right? And so before you launch your store, right, you just want to review every page before going live just to make sure that everything is working well, right? You might want to do a test checkout process, which is really easy. Make sure you have your domain connected, your payments are working properly. And once you're able to do that, publish your store and start driving traffic to your store, right? So that means like either if you have money, spend money on ads to generate those early sales, or if you don't have cash, then use your time to generate content on TikTok, on Instagram, right? And to get people and traffic into your store. So if you guys have any questions, comment down below and I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. Peace.